Okay, welcome back. Let's get started. We now have our cargo. We have 500 cargo. We're set to go. You could put more on it, but it becomes a redundancy at one point because you start spending more electricity or more power to to the cargo units. Everything on the ship, it seems, takes some amount of power, and so at this point I've got a half a metric ton of cargo capacity, and we need to build our FTL engine. The reason we have not touched those quartz crystals and not sold any is we're going to need them later as well to improve our uh, mining laser. See, we're coming in. There's our clouds. That's all of our crystals down there. But we don't want to just be hauling the crystals around, taking up cargo space. And or we have them in cargo and then accidentally sell them. Just bad juju all the way around. Since this is a demo, it's not going anywhere. I'm sure in the game it will recycle. Now you see how the ship is jiggling around? I'm not doing that. That is doing that on its own. I don't know if that's something with the graphics or what, but it's just, that's what it's doing. For me, it's a bit visually annoying. I know they go, well, it's the recoil and so on. Lasers do not have a recoil, people. I don't know where anybody got that idea. Even in sci-fi, lasers do not have a recoil. It's an energy-based weapon, not a projectile-based weapon. My ship should not be jiggling around all over the place. Now you notice that's a furious outcrop, not ferric stone. I get more out of the outcrops than I do from the stone. Scanners. Scanners. Now, I do not play with the mouse. I'm using a top ball trackball because my hands have issues holding a mouse. Most of my hotkeys are set for voice activation. Scanners. So this way I can still play even if my hands are like twitching and acting up on me. Be totally useless for PvP though. No longer have the reaction time due to the nerve damage. There we go. How much copper do we have? 130 units. 135 units. $185, $195. There's 200 units. I've got 500 units, so I can hold 250 of each. So I can still pull some more copper. So we've got that. We can still get a little bit more copper in here. So I'm starting now. I'm out in my outer circle, my next circle out. Keeps wanting to drift up. I think that's my hand twitching. There we go. 125. See, this is my weight here. So that's 93 to 136. So we want more iron to balance this out a little bit. There's our mountain, 26 out. We're going clockwise, so up and over. Gotta watch that overheating. Otherwise, I'm going to have to be repairing that thing. Now, everything else that we need is iron. Now, if I take that one, I'm at 495.9. Each one is giving me 5 units. When I take that, it's going to pop me as being over. See? So we've got 69. We'll get rid of one ore. The copper will give me more money. So, at this point, and give me a second here. There we go. My hand was doing its own little dance. So now we've produced everything. Now we want to make our FTL. So we need a module kit, which is 10 wire, 20 nuts and bolts. There's our 20 nuts and bolts. There's our 10 wire. We'll now make our module kit. Then we need a crystal focus, 7 wire. So we need 7 more wire. A crystal focuser. That's where that quartz starts coming in. And we need 4 more wire. And we need 2 silicone gels. There's our FTL. There we go. So now we can sell all of our other stuff for dinero. We need to come over here. We're going to put our FTL on. Validate. Now it wants us to fly to a different system. All right. Back in a bit.